So, hi, I'm Katsy, if we haven't met before, and this is the Inner Stargazing Yin class. If you're new to Yin, what's common in Yin is that we play with our edge, so to speak. And this is the idea that you go a little bit outside of your comfort zone in order to make progress. And what's been on my mind lately is this concept of boundaries. And I know that for many of us, boundaries are really enforced when everything happened. It's like you have to stay home, you can only see like 2 or 3 people. And honestly, like that's an introvert's dream. It's like you don't have to socialize. And because there's a part of me that really values just being at home and being in solitude. But in Berlin, and I know we're kind of all over the world here, or all over Europe and all over the States, unless you're from another country, cool, hi. But I know in Berlin, things have loosened up a little bit. Like they made it so the boundaries were, you could be 1.5 meters away from a person. And I feel like people have interpreted this as that you can hug each other. And I've run into people on the street, you know, like on the way to get my groceries or something. And I've had people like want to hug me, and immediately, and this is clearly a sign that I need to work on my 5th chakra, but immediately I'm like, don't touch me. Like I'm not hugging. And I come off as really aggressive and abrasive. And so I've been like, wow, Kat, maybe you should really work on your boundaries. So instead of feeling like we have to like shout something to make it known, it's like it should be carried in your body language, or you have a much finer way of expressing it. So playing with your edge is also feeling into your boundaries. So it's not, yes, we have to expand and expand and expand to go beyond ourselves, but on top of what we were discussing last week about giving energy and then receiving it back, this also has a lot to do with creating a boundary for your energy itself. Yeah, so it's contained and it can be stored and it can be used at the appropriate time. So we'll see how that works for ourselves tonight in Yin. So we're going to come to a comfortable seat. If you're not there already, you can scoot back. Well, I'll scoot back. You can stay as you are. And we'll come to a nice, easy seat, cross-legged position. I have candles tonight, so I really have to be careful that I don't light this place on fire. So anyways, here we are in a comfortable seat. You can have your palms down if you need to ground yourself, and you can have your palms up if you feel that you need a little boost of energy. Either is fine. Just assess where you are right here in the moment. And close your eyes and just start to feel into yourself. Taking a deep breath in. And pausing at the top of the inhale. Relishing in the expansion. And exhale, feel a softness, a surrendering, a sinking in. And then hold at the bottom of your exhale as you connect to the stillness, the emptiness. And then breathe in. And exhale out. Keep following your breath pattern as it comes in and out. In this way, you can start to play with your own boundaries that you have for yourself. And the way you do this is by lengthening your breath in and deepening your exhale out so that you can feel into both ends of the spectrum. And as you curiously draw the breath throughout the body, if you notice areas that perhaps are a bit blocked, there's a granthi, blockage, it's just something to bring awareness to. Trust and know that we all have blockages, and also trust and know that there's a way to Allow the blockage to dissolve by simply moving into it, applying your concentration there, breathing into it. So this way the energy flows smoothly. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Slide your hands down to your front shin, and as you inhale, roll the shoulders back, pull the chest forward, and exhale, curl and round to yourself like a cat. And inhale, shoulders back, heart pulls forward, and exhale, curl and round. And get in the habit here, just allowing your breath to guide you so that you're moving from a deeper layer. When you move from a deeper layer, you are that much closer to this place of peace, this place of truth. And when we authentically live from this place, the boundaries are natural. It's not something that we have to feel that we have to build up or to make known. And again, you might notice areas that feel a little bit closed off. Just work into them. You can make this movement a bit faster if you like, if you're looking to enhance your energy, or make it a bit slower if you're looking to wind yourself down from the day. And allow yourself to come right back in through center. Feel your sits bones anchoring down into the earth, the crown of the head lifting up towards the sky. You might even feel this fluctuating energy moving back and forth. It's okay if you don't. It's okay if you do. It's a reminder that everything is always in flux, including our boundaries, including our mental health, our emotional health, our physical bodies. But what stays the same throughout the entire process is this core of your being, the essence of who you are, this higher sense of self. So from here, we'll bring our hands to our heart center as a gesture of gratitude to ourselves for showing up. And in an effort to sing from this higher sense of self, we'll unite together in singing the sound of 3 ohms. You can even imagine this vibration clearing out the space to create direct access to this deeper aspect of you. Take a deep breath in to clear. Exhale out. Inhale to start your ohms. Here you can open your eyes. Namaste. We're going to start in dangling pose. So if you're new to yin, dangling is just simply when you come to stand on your feet will be about slightly wider than hip distance apart, like so. You can give softness in your knees. If your hamstrings are tight, grab opposite elbows. Just allow yourself to dangle here. And in yin, we hold the postures for a given amount of time, which is why I use a timer. My timer's still on. It's been on for 2 days now. Whoops. But in this time, the beauty of the practice is that your shape will naturally evolve. You'll naturally expand your boundaries. You can feel into it. You don't have to force anything.
In fact, when you force something, the body actually goes into shock and then it tenses up even more. So you want to take this time to really release, to really soften, to give in. And if you find that you want to drop the arms down or lengthen through the legs over time, feel free. And if you want to work here on feeling the energy move through the body, what I can suggest is that as you exhale everything out, you just anchor yourself into the earth. And then as you inhale, you imagine this prana, this vital life force, pulling up from the earth through the soles of your feet, through the back sides of your legs. And it keeps shining up as you continue to inhale. And then with your exhale, it curves over the sits bones down across the lumbar spine, and then it washes through you like a waterfall, trickling down through the spine, out the neck, out the crown of the head, and it pours right back into the earth. So what you receive is likewise what you give back. So there's a nice exchange. And in this process, you can start to feel a bit deeper into your internal world. Now take a deep breath in where you are. Exhale everything out. Drop the arms down to the floor. And then simply clasp your hands behind your back. Drive the fist up and overhead. Take circles, figure eights here with the fist. And imagine that you're just massaging out the tension behind the back of the heart, between the shoulder blades and the neck. And allow your fist to come right back through center. We'll just do this 3 times. So as you inhale, bend your knees, carve your fist back, and then beam open the heart. So you create a coup shape with the spine. And as you exhale, melt your ribs down between your thighs and let your head hang heavy forward. Inhale, the breath peels you open. Look up. And exhale, melt down into yourself. Fold. Once more, inhale. Open up. And exhale, melt down, fold. Bring your hands down to the low back and then down to the floor. Step one foot back and the other so that you come onto your hands and knees, and you can take little circles here with your ribs as you just start to loosen up, create some fluidity in the spine, exploring the space. that you just opened up. And from here, what we'll do is we'll work into Anahata Asana. This is an asana for the heart center. So the knees stay right underneath the hips. You're going to walk your hands forward and then let your chest melt down like so. You're more than welcome to bring something underneath the chest. If that's too low for you, you can even rest your chin on it as well. Or you can bring your forehead to a block or a pillow. Otherwise, to go into the depths of it, allow your chest to melt down. Forehead can come down to the mat or reach your chin forward so you also open up through the throat. I especially need this because I have to work on my throat chakra. The heart is one of those very unique places. It can want to give so much. The heart center is the place of universal connection. It's not just loving those that you're in a deep relationship with, but it's what connects you as a whole. But also, due to experiences in life, we can create a shield or a barrier over the heart that actually blocks the love that we need to come inside. So just breathe and feel into what your heart space here has to offer. Notice if it feels closed off or if it feels very receptive. And honor where it needs to be at this time. Take a deep breath in where you are. Exhale out. And press into your palms. And then just slither forward. Come onto your belly for Sphinx Pose. So here you allow your elbows to come right underneath the shoulders. You can grab a hold of the biceps. Bring the hands out in front of you. This is nice for the digestive system. If you want to give a little rock here from side to side, you can. And then make sure the shoulders aren't hunched up by the ears, but roll the shoulders back and keep beaming the heart forward. And close your eyes and imagine you are a statue, perfectly still. But beneath this rock layer, there is this sparkling energy dazzling through you. And concentrate at the place between your eyebrows. And imagine that you are beaming out this bright white light from the Ajna chakra. When you concentrate between the eyebrows, it also stimulates the pineal gland. And here it's like your seed of intuition. So this way you're not letting the mind get in the way. You're not letting the mind build the boundaries or the barriers. But with your deepest wisdom, you're able to create a protective layer so that you can restore your own energy, deflecting the negativity. If you want to travel with the energy, as you inhale, you can draw the energy from the third eye, down the spine, splitting at the legs, coming into the tips of the toes. And as you exhale, the energy pulls right back up from the toes, shining through the legs, through the spine, at the neck, towards the crown of the head. Inhale, shining through. Exhale, washing back up. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. You can let the elbows come out towards the side. Rest your cheek down to the floor. Take a little sway of the hips. And slide your hands right back by the shoulders. Send your seat back towards your heels. And then come upright. Bend your left knee, cross your right leg on top. We'll work into seated spinal twist. For seated spinal twist, if both sits bones aren't on the ground, what you can do is extend your left leg forward, and it's a lot easier to sit. Yeah? Just notice where you are today. You'll inhale, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take a twist on over towards the right. Breathing in from root to crown. Exhale, twist a bit deeper. We're going to layer on an eye exercise in our twist. Many of you that have been to my class know this, but it's quite easy if you are new to me or new to this exercise. All you do is trace the face of a clock with your eyes, and then we go reverse, and I'll guide you. First, start with your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Inhale, concentrate, third eye center. Open your eyes. Look at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12. Close your eyes, concentrate, third eye center, and exhale out. Take a counter twist on over towards the left. And you'll just switch your legs so you can sit back, unwind, rewind, and you're ready for the left side. Both sits bones down. Left hand behind you. Breathe in, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take a twist. And allow the breath to move sweetly through you. Twisting nurtures this ability to digest things properly so that all the information that you're receiving, everything you're taking in through your senses, it goes beyond just the food. You're able to absorb what nourishes you and release what you no longer need. This way too, you make space for this greater light to permeate throughout your entire self. And we'll move back into the eye exercise. Once again, as a way to stimulate intuition, imagination, giving clarity as well to how you perceive. So close your eyes, take a deep breath in to clear. Exhale out. Breathe in, concentrate, third eye center. Open your eyes, gaze up at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Counterclockwise. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12. Close your eyes, breathing in, concentrate, third eye center. Exhale everything out. Unwind yourself, little counter twist over towards the right. And come right back in through center. Uncross your legs for me, and you can bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide, in a Schmetterling butterfly pose. The closer your heels are in towards the groin, the tighter it's going to feel in the hips. So again, just know your boundaries, know your limits. Before we come into the forward fold, what we'll do is take a hold of your shins like we did at the beginning of class, and inhale, pull the torso forward. And as you exhale, chin towards chest, round in and back. So allow your breath to create some fluidity in the spine. This way, there's a bit more comfort when it comes into seeping into the depths of the pose. And the next time you pull your torso forward, you're creating extension in the spine. Yeah, like so. So you create anterior tilts of the pelvis. This is very important because when you curl like this, you actually create low back pain. So you want to tip the hips forward, shine the heart up, inhale. And instead of exhaling, rounding down, exhale, bend your elbows, and you can gently pull yourself towards the earth. And then inhale, shine the heart a bit more forward, and exhale, pull down. This is a great way to explore some boundaries, yeah? So if you want to take a pillow or block, whatever you have at home, it could be a stack of books, a teddy bear, whatever. You can bring it in front of you and rest your head upon it. This way it gives you something to lean into. And if you just want to stay like so, this is absolutely fine. Just notice here where you feel the sensation. Sensations can mean many things, as everything we experience in life gets stored in the tissues of our body. So a lot can come up, especially in the yin practice where we work on deeper layers. So as always, honor your process, but instead of shying away from the sensation, right? Again, play with the edge. So you're working a little bit outside of your comfort zone and see if you can use your breath to smooth out any places of resistance. When we move through life with less resistance, life becomes a bit easier. It's even a bit more fun. It's a bit interesting. So we can apply that practice here and now in hopes that that carries with us in life as well, outside of the mat. And if you're yearning to feel it more in your hips, remember you can always slide the heels in. You've been here for a bit of time, so you can explore deeper. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Walk your hands up. Roll up through your spine. You can extend your legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake, a little wiggle. And from here, we're going to move into Gomukhasana. So first, just take a hold of your right foot and bend the knee and just circle it out a little bit. And then extend your right leg long. Take the right foot into the left hand, direct it over towards the left, bend your knee, and slide it right on top of the left. Yeah? So ideally, knees should be stacked on top of one another. Now this is half Gomukhasana. If you like, you can stay here, especially if you want more of a hamstring stretch as you fold. Or you can bend your left knee and stack the knees. This is also called Shoelace Pose. Yeah. And if it looks more like your seated spinal twist, it's okay. Again, you just kind of work into the depths with time. Beauty of Yin. You have plenty of time to work deeper into it. So first, just bring your hands behind you. Your seat is situated. And roll the shoulders back and open up through the heart. And take a little shimmy here in the hips just to loosen things up a bit. And it might be that you want to stay here. This is fine. I'll also give you some variations that you can just work with at home. If you want Gomukhasana arms, you can reach your left arm up, bend your left elbow, pat yourself on the back. Use your right hand to take the left elbow and ease it behind the head. This is half Gomu. If you're taking full Gomukhasana arms, you take your right arm out, turn the right thumb down, bend the elbow. You can take a hold of your shirt or your fingertips. Yeah. So that's if you want arms. If you want to keep the arms while folding forward, you can. You can create a slight interior tilt to the pelvis and melt the chest forward and down. But me personally, if I'm working in the hips, I'm like, I got a lot going on down here. I just let go of the arms and you can just melt. But you'll have time to explore all levels that speak to you. Just make sure you breathe deep. Remember to keep being with your sensations that are arising. Be present with them, breathe into it, give it life. Because when we diminish the connection to sensation, we actually begin to numb ourselves to experiencing feelings on a daily basis. So it's all part of the process. When you look at yourself as a whole, totality, you have to honor both the uncomfortable, but if you breathe deep into it, I can assure you that the uncomfortable then becomes familiar and you can actually find some ease, some sweetness within it. Numbing yourself also creates more of a blockage, so energy can't flow smoothly. We're just here for a bit more of time, so you can take longer, deeper breaths just to relish in it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Good. So you can sit back up. However your legs are, just bend your left knee in if it's not a little bit. And then take your hands over towards your right foot, so towards the left side. And crawl your hands around. Lift up your hips. Pause halfway so you're in a semi-wide-legged forward fold. And then just bend one knee and the other. And just kind of let the hips breathe a bit here. And then you're going to keep crawling over towards your left foot. And keep crawling, and then voila, your left leg will be on top. Now, so that we're balanced, we're going to come into it the same way. So go ahead, extend your right leg underneath. Take a hold of the left foot, left hand, and just stir it up a bit. And then bring your left foot into your right hand. Extend, bring it over towards the right, bend your left knee. Work your left foot over towards the left so that you can start to stack the knees on top. Again, if you took the hamstring variation before, you can do this as well. Otherwise, try to be reflective. Stack the knees. If you did arms before, you can do arms once again. Reaching right arm up and bend. And you can take the left. And I create the framework for the pose, but you create the picture in the frame. So feel into your shape. Notice where the energy feels a bit closed off, numb. And we don't want numbness, so you can dissolve it by breathing into it, give it life, working deeper, folding if you like, giving a little shimmy. You have time to explore it. And the hips, as many of you know, the second chakra is very complex in the sense that it holds a lot of emotions, it holds sexual energy, also your ability to create. That's why we give birth here. It's not just to babies, it's also ideas, concepts, projects. And for me, I know in this time of uncertainty, what's been resonating with me is actually creating. Because the act of creating is a very high vibration, whereas we can default live in the state of fear, which is a very low vibration. So it's very important to awaken these creative aspects of yourself so they can continue to uplift you. But you might have to awaken them by digging deep and kind of, it's sort of like going on a hike to the top of the mountain. Like, it's not always easy, but once you get there at the top, oh, the view is amazing. So breathe deep wherever you are and just feel into your experience. If memories come up, feel free to journal them out, jot them out. It can be a form of release. You can also let out sounds like a wail or an ugh. That's also really helpful. Okay? That's all I'll say. I know I talk a lot at times, but you're halfway there now, and I'll let you just be in the stillness. Stick with it, just a few more moments here. Slightly going beyond yourself. Just to create a little bit of growth, a little bit of release. Now take one more deep breath in. And exhale everything out. Roll up through your spine. Whew. Come upright. Crawl over towards your right foot. It's towards the left, I know. And sit up, come into a wide-legged, or semi-wide-legged forward fold. And shake out the legs. Bend one knee and the other. And then roll up through your spine. Heel toe your feet out a little bit. So you're in a wide second position. And you're going to take your palms down on your thighs. And you just start to rock the hips side to side here. We'll just add in a gentle stretch before our next pose. So turn your fingertips down to the inner thighs. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, press your left palm into the left inner thigh. Drop your left shoulder down. And inhale, come back through center. Oopsie. Drop the right shoulder down. Press right inner thigh back. Inhale through center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Good. So the reason why we did that is because we're going to come into the Kasana, frog pose next. So it's essentially like this. It's like your Sphinx arms, but the goddess legs. But you get to lie down on the belly. Yoo-hoo. So you might want to take blankets underneath your knees. You might want bolsters underneath your belly. You'll just see what happens. So your toes are turned out, heels in. Let the knees slide out from one another. I want you to keep in mind that it's not child's pose. Your seat isn't going back towards the heels. Try to keep the hips in line with the knees and let the legs slide out. And you might experience some resistance like, oh God, I don't want to go there. It's really intense. Just be where you are. You can always, again, press into the floor a little bit so that you're not sinking in. Otherwise, let one elbow come down, the other elbow come down. Feel free to bring a bolster underneath the belly. And just rest. Or a pillow underneath the face. The mantra playing in the background, Asatoma Satgamaya, it actually translates to lead me from darkness to light, lead me from the unreal to real, lead me from mortality to immortality. It's a mantra I quite often return to, especially when times feel a bit dark or uncertain. So hopefully this vibration can resonate with you as well. Take a deep breath in where you are. Exhale everything out. From here, just pull yourself forward. Oof. Out of the frog. You can be like a frog swimming. Extend one leg out, one leg back and the other. And sway your hips here from side to side. And walk your legs back in towards one another. I know it can be quite extreme feeling after a frog. And then you'll sit up and back. Okay. Let's take a forward fold. We'll come into, in Yin it's called caterpillar. Sounds like kids yoga. It's also known as Paschimottanasana. So if your hamstrings are tight, maybe because you've picked up running, which is your way of expelling energy, you can always take again, something rolled up or a little cushion underneath your knees, especially too if you've ever pulled something in the back side of the leg. This is just a nice way so you can still get the forward fold. Because actually when the belly rests on the thighs, it also helps the digestive system. Okay, or you don't necessarily need the bolster, or you can bring the prop on top, even at an angle, and rest your head upon it like so. Yeah, so we're just slowing things down. First, find length in your spine. Think Dandasana. And breathe into the heart space, and from the heart space up towards the crown. And exhale everything out completely. And then inhale, roll the shoulders back, pull the heart forward. And exhale, melt down. And you just kind of inch your way forward. It's almost like a caterpillar inching its way up on a leaf. And then you find the position that resonates with you. And again, you can always adjust it over time. Even though there's a lot of emphasis on the underside of the legs, if you really breathe deep, you can feel your shoulder blades and the upper back opening up as well. And then you can even send the breath into the mid back, into the low back. But do this with long, deep breathings. And direct your energy where you need it the most. here, you can slowly make your way out of the position that you're in. And I'll give you 1 minute to wrap up your practice as you like. You can also take this time to set yourself up for the sound bath. So if you want to take layers, blankets, eye mask is also really nice, socks, etc. I know you know how to make yourself cozy, but you can also incorporate any movement that you like and just prepare yourself for deep rest. You can choose a restorative pose as well, okay? So now that you've found yourself in a sweet position, just allow yourself to settle into the body. Imagine everything melting and dropping in. You can take a deep breath in and exhale out through your teeth a sound. And then inhale and exhale a once more. Inhale and allow yourself to simply be as the vibration of sound works its way through you.
feel the call to stay where you are, to stay relaxed, to be at ease, feel free, relish in it. Otherwise, you can start to deepen your breath, just to feel into your body. And in this feeling, you can start to create soft movement, feeling into these boundaries that you have, these boundaries that you will honor. And in your own way, in your own time, and start to find yourself in an upright position, sitting nice and tall. So for me, we're all different, but for me, when it comes to establishing boundaries, it comes from this utmost respect and honesty and authenticity that you have with oneself. And when you come to meditation, you're really able to anchor into this higher sense of self and connect, so that as we navigate our way through lives, the boundaries are established and we're able to clearly communicate them with one another and understand others' boundaries as well. And in this deeper understanding actually comes a deeper sense of connection, even though it might feel like there's a distance in between. So familiarize yourself with the seat. Trust to know that it's always here to serve you. And then in honor of coming to the practice, we'll bring our hands to our heart, giving gratitude to ourselves for showing up. Gratitude to those around us for their support. And gratitude to the teachers who came before us that passed down the teachings in order for us to live a more fulfilling and free life. Feel free to send out any extra bits of gratitude and understanding that this is one of the best practices you can have to attract abundance into your life and to raise your vibration. For now, we'll send out all of our pure intentions and well wishes in celebration of coming together with the sound of Om. Take a deep breath in to clear. Exhale out. Breathe in for your Om. Vielen Dank für alles. Thank you for always showing up for yourself, also in your support. It means so much. A beautiful evening. Namaste.